Hey, this is Mike. I'm here at Conway Ford in Conway, South Carolina, and they're allowing me to show you this 2015 Ford Escape SE. And this is the all-wheel drive / four-wheel drive, intelligent four-wheel drive model. And it has the 1.6 liter EcoBoost engine, 6-speed automatic transmission, and the SE model is a really good middle-of-the-road trim level to where you're not spending too much money, but you're not skimping out too much on the features. So this one in particular is in the magnetic metallic color. And with the SE, you've got the a couple of upgrades there. One of them is the privacy glass, which I think really makes a big difference in the appearance. And also the, keeping the interior cool and all that stuff. So privacy glass is a big plus for me. It does have the 17-inch alloy wheels with 4-wheel disc brakes. So let's go around here to the front. You see it has the halogen reflector headlights here. And this one does have the fog lights, which helps out with the visibility and also being seen by other drivers. And one of the features this one has is the remote start. Now, I kind of find this interesting. Here's the key, and there's the lock and unlock buttons and everything, but the remote start is like this little separate little key tag here, key fob, and I'm not sure why it's separate. I don't know if that's something that maybe the dealerships adds or something, but it does have that separate key fob, so it just has to be locked, and then you just push that and hold it down, and then it starts up. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock the doors so we can check it out. Let's start here on the passenger side. Well, it's turning off, so I guess maybe it doesn't have much gas in it. But because that's one of the features. If the gas is low, it may turn off. But here's the inside of the passenger door, shotgun, and you can see it has some really good, interesting angles here to the styling, and really impressive for this vehicle. And you can see this is throughout. The angles that it has kind of make it a little bit less mundane looking and more fun and sporty looking. So you've got a bottle holder there and a storage pocket, and there's a little tiny pocket there, your door lock controls and your window controls. A little bit of soft to the touch features here. This is hard, this is soft to the touch, this is soft to the touch. You do have a little pocket there. I don't know if that's for an umbrella or what that beside the seat's for, a small umbrella or something. You do have the cloth gray seats with the white stitching. Glove compartment is plenty big. It has 2 compartments there. You do have a little net, which that's a really good. I think that's a really good spot for putting a phone. Like, so you can put your phone in there. But if I use 2 hands, so you can put your phone in there when you get in the vehicle. That's good. All right, so here's the second row seating. There's the inside of the door. You can see it's dished out there in the center to allow for more arm room. You do have a bottle holder there in the side as well. And here's the back seat. Pretty decent amount of leg room. It's not like super huge vehicle, so when the front seats are all the way back like that one is, you can see it's a little bit limiting, but not too bad. You also have this armrest, which also has some cup holders in it. Little storage pocket back here, as well as a power supply. And these seats will fold down flat in case you need some more cargo space. You just have to put the headrest down like so, and then you can lift this up, and it folds down pretty much flat, which gives you almost double your cargo space. And you do have the ability to have a combination of extra cargo space and passenger space. Could be because it is a 60/40 split seat system. Put that back up. Here's your fuel door. It is a capless design. You don't have to worry about a cap. You just walk up, you just drive up to the gas station, put your nozzle in there, pump the gas, and you're good to go. Now if you were to need to use a gas can, you do have to use a funnel, which the vehicle does supply. Alright, so back here, we'll take a look at the back styling. It's pretty neat. It does have the dual exhaust on the little 1.6 liter turbocharged engine. You see it does have the SE badge with the EcoBoost 4-wheel drive badge as well. So let's go ahead and lift this up. Alright, so back here we have, you know, of course, your cargo space. You also have a power supply and a light right there. Kind of a storage pocket there. Here's all your floor mats that will be installed when the person buys the vehicle. Under here you have your spare tire, which not all cars have them now. New cars, you got to make sure that you're aware of whether you have one or not. There's your funnel I was telling you about for putting gas in the vehicle with a gas can. Plus you have these little storage pocket areas around the tire in case you want to utilize those. Alright, so let's take a look at the engine. So under here you'll find the latch for the hood. It's on the far left, which is a little bit unusual. Right there on the far left, you just move it over, and it is a prop hood where you have to use a prop to keep it open. I'm just going to hold it open for a second. So there's the 1.6 liter EcoBoost Ford engine, and it's made to give you the fuel economy when you need it and the power when you need it. So it gives you the best of both worlds. It's covered up with plastic for the most part, so wish they wouldn't do that. Anyway, I like to see some metal under the hood. I like to see the engine not covered up with plastic, but maybe there's a reason for that. Alright, let's take a look at the inside. Here we are on the inside, and you can see on the driver's door you have the window controls. You also have the side mirror adjustments there. Your door locks are there. Now right here, this is your headlight control. So basically you can turn it off. There's your parking lights, there's your headlights. Now it also has an automatic setting. So you can just put on automatic and it'll just turn on when it needs to at nighttime and turn off automatically, which is the most convenient setting. This is your fog lights. You can turn those on and off there. And then your interior, your gauges, you can adjust the lighting for your gauges here. Let's take a look here. Everything looks like. So the steering wheel is a kind of a sporty looking steering wheel. It does have a pretty good amount of curves here for your the bolster is a little bit accentuated to make it a little bit sportier looking, and has a pretty good feel. It's pretty firm steering wheel. It's not that soft. It does give a little bit, but it's pretty comfortable. Now it has some buttons all over it, and here on the right side, this is for basically your voice recognition. That's a really handy feature in this vehicle because there's a lot of buttons and stuff that you can, you know, fumble through, or you can just push that button and you can change through tune to a certain station or call a certain person, use apps, like say you can use Pandora through your phone just by using the voice recognition button. So it's really handy, and you can receive calls by pushing that button, hang up calls here, and then you've got a volume up and down for your radio, and then tune through the stations when you're not using your phone right there. On the left side on the bottom here, you have your cruise control. So basically, as long as you turn it on, just have to make sure it's on and on and off, and then you can set it, resume it, and change your speed and all that good stuff. Pretty much the same controls in every vehicle, except for this one's just in a different spot. So these buttons here correspond with a little menu system between the gauges. You can see the gauges are very easy to read and comfortable to look at, and all the text is very crisp and kind of neat looking. So you got the speedometer there on the right and your RPMs there on the left. You have your fuel gauge, and you also have the temperature gauge for the engine coolant. So that blue screen there in the center, so right now it's just showing the speed. So I'm going to use these buttons here to kind of scroll around in there, just to kind of show you, the basics that this, the information that you can get. You don't have to go on the screen. This is just stuff that, in case you want to use it, you can. So right now I'm in this this little, what they call trip 1. I'm gonna go back out to show you. See trip 1 there? I'm in there, and I'm gonna scroll down so you can see it has the speedometer, but also has your trip, like how long you've driven, and how long you can drive with the current gas, your average miles per gallon, that kind of stuff. And then your distance to empty, trip odometer, and trip timer, and instant fuel economy, which that's, as you're driving, this will give you a real world example of what you're getting. And then your average. Alright, so let's get back out of there. You have a whole nother system just like that, and then you have an information screen. Well, this gives you information about your keys. Also, you can do a system check. You can check out also intelligent forward drive, so it's telling you where the power is going, front or back tires. Pretty neat system there. And then you can change the settings. So at the top left, you've got your outside temperature, and the bottom right, you see your odometer right here where it says W. That means the vehicle's facing west, and then you can see your gears there. So that's the basics of that little button system with the screen. As far as the information there, like I said, there's you don't have to go in there. That's just extra information in case you want to look for it. So here's your turn signal, is also your high and low beams on that side, and then your windshield wipers are on this side. So over here you see this little tiny screen way off in the distance, and so basically that's why I say the voice recognition comes in handy, because in order to control this, you kind of have to lean forward and use these buttons here. So basically, it has a radio, AM, FM radio. It has satellite radio. It has the ability to play music through either the CD player, USB, Bluetooth, different forms like that. You can go to your phone screen here, and you can, once you pair your phone, you can you'll have your phone book and all that stuff. So right now it's just telling me to add a Bluetooth device. And then you've got a menu system right here where you can change your clock settings and audio settings and sync your phone, stuff like that. On the right is this is where you can have presets, or you can use it for dialing numbers for calling somebody. And then you can change through the tracks. This is a little basically like a keypad for going through the menu system there. So, and then you got OK in the middle. And then there's your volume for your radio, in addition to the one that's on the steering wheel. And these buttons here are a little bit interesting. Let's see here if I can show you. Okay, so right now you've got these two buttons here. Well, they correspond with these two options on the left side of the screen, AST and direct. You see those there? Well, those are those two. And on the right side, those two buttons here correspond to the options on the right, like mute and the other button. So it's a little bit different. You kind of have to know what they go to. Those are the buttons for choosing different options on the screen. All right, so this right here, this is your four-way flashes. flashers, emergency flashers, and this right here is not a button. It just tells you if the doors are locked. So I'm going to lock the door, and you can see that little light turns on to let you know the doors are locked or unlocked. So down here is your climate control. I'm going to move the shifter down to show you. You do have the fan speed there, your temperature, where you want the air to blow, and your recirculation button, AC button, your defroster is there. And from what I understand, these things are for like putting a card in. So like say a credit card or some kind of debit card you can put in there. That's my understanding with these little places here. And the shifter, let me go ahead and show you, put it in reverse. And when you're in reverse, your backup camera will pop up on this little screen up here. So you can see that, and you can always push this button here, which corresponds with that option up there, little magnifying glass, and this will kind of zoom in case you're backing up to a trailer if you have like a towing package installed. So that's what that's for. And also you can see it has some lines there which give you an estimated trajectory of the vehicle, because it is a you see they turn as I turn the steering wheel. It is a little bit distorted camera image because it is a wide angle lens, so it kind of distorts the view behind you a little bit, so the lines kind of help you correct that distortion. Alright, so I can continue down the shifter and go to neutral and then drive. And drive mode, you know, of course I can change to the gears when I go down into sport mode. So like say in drive, it's just basically normally, it's just normal driving. You don't have to think about it. But when you go down in sport mode, all the way here, when you start pushing these buttons, you can see that shows you can change gears. So I'm in sport mode and I'm changing through the gears. It's not going to allow me to go too far out of the gear ratio range, but it does give me some level of control of the gear ratio. That's only in the sport mode. Alright, so pretty much a standard emergency brake there, 12-volt power supply, little itty-bitty pocket there, I guess for putting a few quarters. I'm not sure what that's for. Cup holders are here, and one thing I noticed, on the other side there's that net. I guess that's a place where the driver has to put their phone there too, because I don't really, especially with a phone my size, there's not really a good spot for it. Now this does come out, and you can, I guess, put it in here, but then, you know, kind of cuts down on your space for a, you know, having a cup of coffee with you or something. Anyways, that's a little bit of an issue for me, that it, you know, doesn't really have a clear place to put a phone other than that net pocket, which is on the right side. But anyways, armrest that opens up, and you have this little tray here that comes out, and you can use it, dump it, or whatever. And then inside here is where you'll find your USB port and your line and auxiliary port for, you know, playing music through the sound system or charging devices. And you do have a little place here where the wires can go in and out of this compartment. Also, I'm going to turn the night mode on just so you can see down in there. It has this little storage compartment back in here, plus it has that circle down at the bottom, which kind of reminds me of a kind of a cup holder or something. I'm not sure. Plus a 12-volt power supply down there, but it's kind of interesting. Kind of looked like a place to put like a cup of coffee or something. And I was like, well, maybe, I guess if you're hiding some coffee from, you know, other people in the car or something, I don't know, but it's kind of interesting there. Maybe you can tell me what it's for. Maybe it is for hiding coffee. All right, up here you got the little flippy thing for the night mode and day mode. Got tap lights for your interior lights. Place to put some sunglasses, fairly small sunglasses is what it seems like. It does have like a little rubber, soft rubber inside to protect them. There's your microphone for your Bluetooth system. Visors have mirrors and lights. Let's take a look back here. See what your visibility looks like. right, there you have it. 2015 Ford Escape SE 4-wheel drive. Let me know what you think of it. If you have any experience with a vehicle like this, if you have any clarifications, anything that you can, add to the discussion, I'd really appreciate it. And I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Conway Ford for allowing me to show off this awesome car. See you next time. Thank you.